Wearing black trunks, he brings a record of 17 victories, 5 defeats, 11 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a former world title challenger from Zamboanga, Philippines, Jonas One Shot Sultan! Wearing white trunks with red and black trim, he brings a perfect record. 14 wins, no defeats. All 14 victories coming by way of knockout. From Guayanilla, Puerto Rico, Carlos Purin Caraballo!
Against Jerwin Ancajas, he's now got his trainer in his corner, Joven Jimenez, training at the Wild Card Gym. He says, I don't have to worry about what I'm going to eat, sleeping on a hard cot or on concrete.
You're not going rounds. Let's see if that affects Caraballo tonight.
No, it isn't. He definitely, that gym work.
He looks every bit like Sean Porter.
Let's see if he can use it against Caraballo.
Because that's the punch you want to use against the southpaw.
This is the second. So not only did he spar Jerwin Ancajas at the Wild Card for this fight, but you can't beat him, join him, I guess. Sultan.
Yeah, that was produced off a feint. Caraballo in the corner and came behind.
Jose Zepeda in our main event. Forward out of the Philippines against the Puerto Rican white trunks. Nice quick hands to the body by Jonas Sultan. And now down go.
The punch. Caraballo
looks a lot more polished. This is time for Caraballo to respond.
And Caraballo, who has been down, but not since until tonight.
He's fighting back. He's fighting.
Mother and grandmother gave him back in Puerto Rico. A nice right hand.
When Caraballo, he lifts his head up. Sultan, who has a big right hand.
See Sultan doing what Sultan does, press it, and then a right hook. We see inside close quarters, just a short right hook.
Patience, it's the patience. He steps back, he throws the left hand, but he drops the
6, 7.
By Jonas Sultan, who's coming in for the finish with a big.
That's what it's all about.
Let's slip.
No knockdown.
Nice left hook.
By Sultan, that's what's giving him. It's not reckless aggression.
This is a guy in Jonas Sultan who has a victory by unanimous decision over John Riel Casimero.
Definitely see improvement.
You can tell he's thinking.
And Sultan allowing his punches to do the close to that round. And they're calling it a knockdown. It's touched.
But that's not, a shot honestly didn't land right there.
Knockdown.
It wasn't a knockdown, honestly. If you
but
go
it was
back
counted,
and look at
though.
but if you had instant replay, it would have been great.
Absolutely. You're going to be thinking about it. And
so precise and strong with those.
Oh, because he's 14-0.
He's patient. He's not one of those guys that's
the philosophy for what he said in terms of how he's going to win this fight is now.
He made the adjustment, which he backed Sultan up.
Oh, nice look for that left hand, and here comes the onslaught from the Puerto Rican. And now you see the power of Caraballo changing things up.
Beautiful shot right here. Ooh.
On the neck.
Right on mini.
Low blow, and then he goes to the head.
You got to regroup.
Woo. The crowd is on their feet.
Both these guys are thinking, man, and Caraballo. But Sultan is still very, very dangerous.
Very dangerous. See, anytime Caraballo.
Any Pacquiao's career, back him up.
Not helping him right now, Bernardo.
Yeah. Ooh, nice left. The one thing that's improved, catching some glove as well.
We see an incidental headbutt right there. And
right there, Caraballo.
Watch your heads, watch your heads.
Usually we hear that really late in the fight.
How they can win the fight. Give him some respect. And he's hurt.
5, 6.
Sure, that stays that way.
Shift and then boom. All it takes is one punch. And it's new territory after this round.
The Sultan has been 12 4 times.
In terms of his recovery powers, because he's been down. It's a hard puncher, Jonas Sultan, who's a stalker on his feet. and will be in uncharted territory.
No, that was a legit
Beautiful
knockdown.
shot right down the middle.
Downs, it was still a round that favored Jonas Sultan.
Use your jab and stay.
Done. Because here comes
One of the biggest flaws is the move. He needs to move constantly. Right in the
Sultan's just looking to set up that right.
Then I shoot a hook over the tile. There it is.
Gut box. He checked that.
Step up in competition, Dre.
Yeah, we don't know at the 14-04 what kind of power you have until you start knocking out. Tell by the way the punches are landing. And he's got to
Continues to move that way and keep his head.
Bayo, just when you think he's out, money shot, that left hook that lands repeatedly, who somehow is still standing. Number 8, and he's
another answer in that 7th round where he left off.
In there with a great counterpuncher, what you counter. You know when you let your hand.
There's that left hook, and now right hand and down from a 2-punch combination, and
He slipped.
Johnny
On the body right there, body control, and he just pushed him down. Great call by the ref.
So it doesn't really matter what we saw. It's what Johnny Collis, a chant of Purin going for Caraballo. Low blow there from. That's a good shot.
If he can start with it just enough, and he can't get away from the jab.
You know, we always talk about Sultan is looping his shot from Caraballo to take advantage of that like he does there. Caraballo has now 1-2 from Caraballo for the 3 visits to the canvas.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Nice body shot there from Caraballo. Sultan's right hand doesn't have that. What an 8th round comeback from Caraballo here. He'd never been past 6. What was going to Sultan so far not having an answer to that. There it is once again, and Caraballo follows it up with a straight left. Okay, once again, their feet box fighter.
Yes, it does. All right.
Nice left upper.
So much so where he doesn't feel comfortable coming forward. Like, yes, these flash knockdowns that I'm not going there with you tonight, Timmy.
Because of the knockdowns, Sultan dropped in. Now, it's even more evident.
To the floor, and he got to turn.
Event between Jose Zepeda.
Invested in the body of Sultan. You're going to take more of his leg, more of his condition. Oh,
there's
spot that puts Caraballo down. And
Caraballo 4 times with the right hand in the 2nd, 3rd, and 9th round. Sultan has every punch in the Caraballo.
Open up and go for broke. Him too many times in terms of the scorecard hits him.
It's just one land.
There's always an answer to what Caraballo has, and that.
Even though Sultan is a minute and a half in this last round.
Number 10.
So for me tonight, the one thing, the box that I said this young man can be a world champion.
I mean, 118 is full of killers. Naoya Inoue, Nonito Donaire, John Riel Casimiro, who Sultan has already beaten. Kuma Inoue, Rigondao.
All them boys can punch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Showed a ton of care. Caraballo had never been past 6 rounds, and mistakes that Sultan's been able to take advantage of. That mark.
All score the bout 94-93. Jonas Sultan!
All right, guys, it's been a theme all night long.